So guys, y'all know why y'all here. You know what I'm saying? It's story time. And I feel like, why not give y'all a story that's kind of relevant to times right now? I give y'all like bits of my real life, but then I give y'all like a lot of comedy because, you know what I'm saying, most comedians, they went through a bunch of shit. They just know how to make jokes out of shit to make you forget about the pain of shit. So man, I just thought this was a good ass time to share a story and shit like that. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like this video, turn on your notifications so you know anytime anything is dropping on this channel. And yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into the story. So
this channel does not promote or promotion any illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant only for educational purpose only.
So a lot of y'all know, like, I'm from Houston. I'm from the east side, but I'm from the north side as well. My parents wasn't together, so my dad, he stayed on the north side, and my mom, she went from place to place. But for the most part, I'm from the north east side, you feel me? I'm saying that to say, like, most of my time as far as school wise, I spent on the north. So like, if you from the north side of Houston, you know the north is known for jacking. It's not known for like having the biggest coke dealers. It's known for literally robbers, you feel me? Like robbing everything, you feel me? Robbing motherfuckers, like robbing. Yeah, of course, in every hood you got your drug dealers and shit like that, but for the most part, it used to be going down on the north for motherfucking robberies, okay? Might still be that way. Don't know. Can't see.
Oh, hell
okay?
no.
Can't see what's going on in that motherfucking direction. But man, high school, I had this friend, and how we hit it off was shit. We was like on the same type of time. Like we both wanted to get money at all times. We both wanted to fuck with hoes at all times. We was both light-skinned niggas with tats. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as we come in, all eyes on us in that motherfucker. So we took advantage of that shit and like we clicked instantly. So this motherfucker was my boy. He was at my house 24/7. If I got some food, shit, I'm making sure he eating in that motherfucker too. He about to go do some shit. He making sure I'm right at that motherfucker. If it's time to wake up in the morning, shit, I'm about to call him, see what we about to do for the day. He about to call me, see what we about to do for the day. We gonna go to the motherfucker up, have fun partying and shit. But this is where I had to learn with people in general, no matter how cool motherfuckers is, if everybody is not on, it's always shit that can go bad. You know what I'm saying? Everything was cool with us, but like, he had two little sisters, and it would be times where they lights would get cut off. His mom tried to get a 2-story house, but she couldn't afford that motherfucker. They wouldn't have no food and shit. Like, he was really trying to get it out the mud. I was like, shit, bro, I'm gonna make sure your little sister's good. So we did what we had to do. But like, I seen it start getting to a point where he was changing and shit, and like, shit was getting too grimy because he had went to go hit a lick without me, and he ain't tell me about shit. This is the street for his house, and it's like streets, street, like all in front of his house. Maybe 2 streets to the left in front of him, his cousin lived there. Now his cousin, the only way for young adult males to get further and get ahead in life and to not get trapped in a cycle is to have other strong, smart males around them that can tell them like, hey, it only costs this much to open a business, and if you do this and you do this, you could flip this into that and keep it going and have residual mailbox money income. We didn't have nobody telling us that, but my boy's cousin, he did have that. So what happened was his uncle had gave him like a business to where he would rent out moonwalks to bouncy houses. After he got 1 bounce house, he made enough money to get 2, and then he got 3, and then he was just like having a little money, especially for our age. We like 17, about to be 18, so he like having residual income, and he not having to rob nobody or like anything like that for the shit. So my partner, he just must have got to a time where like shit was too much for him, and he was seeing the motherfucker have way more than what he had. Like me, we hustling, we getting the same shit. We not in competition with each other, cause it's like shit, we getting the same amount, like we busting it down, like it is what it is. But I guess he was just having too much shit for him to handle right down the street. And just one night, he went and hit the lick on his cousin. But mid-lick, his cousin came out and caught him hitting the lick. He had a Regal parked outside, and he like tried to steal the speakers out that motherfucker in the radio, just everything, but end up catching them. So they end up dead in the shit, but end up not fucking with each other. So time just started going by, and if I see shit not elevating to where like I'm getting bigger in what I'm doing, then it kind of makes me want to like figure out another way to like, okay, let me switch something up so I can keep getting traction the way I was at first. So me doing that, I just started trying to figure out different ways to flip money and how I could go legit and just like be able to have legit sources of income and shit. And then I just started connecting with motherfuckers who put shit in my ear about like, you don't have to get a degree and you could go to the chemical plant and you could make over 100,000, 150,000, and that way you can invest that money. To my brain, it didn't go to like, let me go and retire from there. It was like, okay, let me use this as a hustle, get this hustle money and just flip this shit and like flip it to get the fuck up out of there. So I started focusing on that. My boy, he started locking in with like other motherfuckers that we was cool with, and he ended up locking in with this one dude from the north, and they started getting it in together. So one night they went to go hit a lick. The job was done. They got back to the apartment. They were in Greenspoint. Most motherfuckers that's not from the north side, I always tell you, if you meet a motherfucker from Greenspoint, don't trust their ass, cause it's a lot of sneaky ass shit that be going on. And I told you the north side is home of the robbers. So as much as you might be thinking like, oh, this person is cool, they might be plotting on robbing your ass if they not up. So fast forward, they get back to the apartment after the lick and shit. They end up getting into it like a little disagreement over the shit they came back with. Who's is who's and what's is what, and like why is it not bust down the middle and type shit. When a motherfucker start like playing with you and shit, it's like, all right, you trying to hold it in, but really you about to explode. So he played the shit cool, let Buddy walk off, and when he walked off, let that motherfucker off right in his back. I forgot how many times he shot him, but like he shot him in the back and then shit chunked the deuce to that motherfucker and left him right there, you know what I'm saying? But after that shit happened, everybody that knew old boy, we was all like, bro, he wasn't even really on no street shit. He was really a good boy, but he was trying to get into some like extra shit, cause usually when you get out of high school, if you ain't never been on that type of shit and you have the chance to now be around these type of motherfuckers that's getting it in, like it's gonna influence your ways and shit. And some people do turn into that, but some people are really not built for that shit and end up getting murked before they can even advance in a career of getting it in. So the people that knew him and knew of him and shit like that, we was like, we knew he wasn't ready for that life, but we didn't know like who murdered him and shit like that. So I was in grind mode. So all the talking and every day, that shit cut off to like once a month or something like that. So like I had talked to him since then and shit, everything was like regular and shit. He was regular. He had went to Buddy's funeral service. He was a pallbearer at the funeral service. He was holding the casket. Like when old Buddy mama was crying, she was hugging him, like crying like, oh, thank you, son. Really thinking this is my son's friend and this is a part of my son because my son loved him so much and shit like that. Not knowing the whole time, this is a motherfucker that just shot the shit out of your son. You know what I'm saying? So like a month go by. To be honest, bro, since I've been out of high school, niggas die like literally every week, every other week. So it's not a surprise, but in the moment it be a surprise and shit. But after, it was kind of like, oh shit, somebody else died. All right, time to keep moving smarter and make sure we not in the same position as him and shit like that. And just even like it was fucked up because the spot that he got killed at in Greenspoint, I had went by that bitch the next day And like his blood and shit was all over the concrete. So it was like, oh fuck, like it was like super fucked up. So a month go by, I can literally picture it now. Where I was standing, picture how the TV looked, picture how his face looked. Like the news was on one day and I was on the phone and I had just looked up. Literally while I'm looking up at the TV on the wall, it's like everything in my eardrums, everything got silent around me. I didn't even hear what old girl was talking about on the phone, and all I seen was my partner face. When I had looked up, it was like I had looked at my face, because I told you me and this nigga somewhat looked alike, and like that's what people knew us for, coming to parties together, being the light-skinned, tatted up niggas that was fresh in a bitch, had money, had the drip, like all this shit. So I'm looking like, what the fuck? And they come on and he is there and it's like charged with the murder of blah blah blah. And I was like, bro, no, this nigga did not kill the nigga that he started being with every day. And all I could start thinking about was all them times that he was at my house, all them times that I was feeding him, like all the times that we got money together, all the times that all the same shit that he was doing with me. When that shit happened, it was on some Rico from Paid in Full type shit. The smallest disagreement, no matter what, like I feel like you should always be able to talk to your friends or family or somebody you consider close to you. But like when I seen that situation right there, it taught me to never 1000% trust nobody and don't put shit past nobody. Because if motherfuckers are not up 100%, they will kill you if the opportunity is presented. And just with that shit, the shit that fucked me up so bad, like to be honest, like I ain't even gonna cap and just get on here like I'm the realest nigga alive, and like shit, I held it down every year that he was gone after that, cause it just like, bro, I couldn't separate that shit. Like, bro, that shit could have been me, bro. You feel me? Everybody knew each other, like we was all in the same circle, but it's just like, that shit was wild, bro. It just let you know, like, you can literally not trust everybody. Don't trust everybody unless you want to be on a fucking t-shirt. And since then, I've seen situations like that, but I've had family betray and like a bitch and like shit like that. So it's like shit, just after seeing my own partner kill one of the people that we fuck with, and then being set up and shit by my baby mama, which that's a whole nother fucking 2 or 3 story times. Y'all have no idea. I'ma take y'all on a journey with these story times, but being a black man, being a nigga, you gotta watch out for the police. You gotta watch out for niggas hating on you. And then you gotta watch out for bitches that wanna be close to you, but if you cut them off, they're willing to do anything to bring you down so that they can't see you shine. Because to see you shine would be too hard for them to see, and they're not able to be around or be a part of anything you got going on. So it's just like, bruh, as black men and men in general, because this don't even apply just to black men, because I'm sure it's situations like this, backdoor type situations that happen to Mexicans, white people, Chinese, like Asians, all that shit. So this ain't just a one specific race, but just overall, from my experience, this is the type of shit niggas be up against. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of shit we be having to suppress and just be like, okay, just get this motherfucker the benefit of the doubt, or like keep doing that slave shit, turn the other cheek cause that was your friend, or she's a woman, or like all that shit, man. Hey man, you keep giving a motherfucking excuse, they are gonna kill your ass. So that's the lesson I got out of all that shit. And man, I don't know, share with me your opinion, share with me your stories, or if you've ever heard any shit like this. I just thought about, man, when I seen that Outpost shit and how he had killed 14 of his friends, and that was just the ones he had confessed to and then snitched on them. and then did his time and came out and thought nothing was gonna happen to him and shit like that. This story just reminded me of Alpo. Now, he ended up getting like a 50-year sentence, but I'm sure with appeals and shit, like he'll probably be able to get out like 25, 30 years. Is he gonna be the same? I don't know. And to be honest, like, motherfucker been in jail that long, my nigga, I know you probably tasted the ham sandwich, so I really don't even, we ain't really even got the same shit to talk about no more. I don't know, man. Life be crazy, shit be crazy, but what are you gonna do, okay? Just navigate and stay clear. And yeah, man, I got so many other experiences and shit that I'm gonna talk about on cam. It's just, I be wanting to get the funny shit out because as a actor, comedian, just like entertainer, I wanna give happy shit. I don't wanna always have to think about hood shit or like nigga shit. I've been around nigga shit my whole life, bro. I be niggered out. That's the best way to put it. Best way. So yeah, if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like this video, turn on your notifications so you know every time anything is going down on this channel. And yeah, guys, that was our trill motherfucking story time of the day. So yeah, pretty somber, but it's a lesson in everything, man. You gotta learn the lesson and shit, or gonna be swimming with the goddamn fishes. So choice is yours, man. Till next time, guys, I'm out of here.